Alright, Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. So look, today I'm going to be talking about KRS-One versus Lord Jamar. And Lord Jamar saying that Puerto Ricans had nothing to do with hip-hop and the birth of hip-hop. And I'm going to lay out some of the facts on this. But we're going to watch a video first. And then we're going to come back and discuss the facts. All right, let's go. Okay, so let's watch this video and then we'll come back and discuss.
We see the DNA, but nowhere do you see the DNA of Puerto Rican culture. Puerto Rican culture. I'm not talking about Puerto Rican individuals. I'm talking about Puerto Rican culture. Jamaican culture. Those things did not influence hip-hop, regardless of how official motherfuckers sound saying it.
What's up, everybody? This is the world-famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Today, people want to downplay the Latino role in hip-hop. Yeah. They are so stupid. Yeah. Really? Hip-hop would not have existed without specifically Puerto Rican. Specifically. Cubans were here, Haitians were here, Dominican Republic was here, everybody was here. All of South America been in the Bronx, okay? But Puerto Ricans in particular sided with the black folk here, and the Jamaicans were coming in as well. And this group of Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, and American blacks made hip-hop. Not American blacks, not Puerto Rican, not Jamaican. All of them made the culture. This is the Puerto Rican piece. These dudes was breaking and seeing.
Now, when I look at the DNA of hip-hop, when I look at the double helix of hip-hop, what I see is soul music, funk music. I see people that, parents that might have come up in the South who moved to the North, specifically the New York City area, and whose children came up in that post-Civil War, that post-Civil rights era with that Northern attitude, that was like, I wish I was around during slavery times. I wouldn't have let motherfuckers with me. Like when Roots came out when we was young, it was like, I wish I would. That's the energy that birthed hip-hop. Those kids that watched Roots.
I'm so sorry, Lord Jamar, but you about to get smoked so bad. Oh my God, you about to get smoked. I'm sorry, but I have to do it to you, bro. I have to.
And all that type of shit. That's the energy that birthed hip-hop, bro. And that's the DNA you see all in hip-hop. And so we hear it musically with the type of samples that we choose or chose to play at that time, with the break beats that we chose at the time. But we also hear it in the language, okay? We see the DNA of the 5% nation very much inside of hip-hop, with terms like peace and cipher and God and son and you know what I mean?
Come on, bro. You know that was not prevalent in the 70s. That wasn't, bro. And if it was, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big thing. You know that. That's crazy for you to even say. You know that the 5%ers probably didn't get notoriety until the early 90s. Like when in hip hop, maybe they was around, but they didn't get a lot of notoriety because I believe Rakim was a 5%er, but they didn't get as big of a notoriety as until the early 90s, bro. Like, come on, bro. You should know this.
All kinds of shit. We see the DNA, but nowhere do you see the DNA of Puerto Rican culture. Puerto Rican culture. I'm not talking about Puerto Rican individuals. I'm talking about Puerto Rican culture. Jamaican culture. Those things did not influence hip-hop, regardless of how official motherfuckers sound saying it. I'm sorry. I hate to hurt your heart that the thing that you adore and love is something that Black American youth created. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that hurts your heart for some reason. I don't know why it hurts you so much. But this is a fucking fact. No one said y'all wasn't there. No one said you wasn't there. Sure you were there. But if I'm building a house and you watch me build a house, does that mean you built it too? No. When the doctor births a baby, is the doctor the father or the mother of the child because it was present at the time of birth? No.
That was a stupid analogy. That analogy actually sides more with Kara's one. The house thing, maybe not. But the birth thing does. Because that means that person helped that baby come into the world. So it's sides, that analogy, that's so stupid for you to use that analogy. That was a dumb analogy, bro.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, only the people that were there during conception are the parents. Okay? So, all of this shit about we were there, yeah, you were there. But there's a difference between...
You just debunked your own argument again. Only the people there that was there during conception was the parents. Then you turned around and said, well, people said we were there. Okay. In this scenario, it's much more than just two parents, bro. You gotta understand. But let's keep it going.
Creator and a participant.
All right, man, look. So it's so many different reasons and so many ways this guy is lost and wrong. Okay, so let's just speak some facts, right? Speak some facts. So hip hop started. The term hip hop started in 1979. I believe it started. That was the first time. I think it was the Sugar Hill Gang who used that term. Hip hop, the hip hop. I believe that was in 1979, right? Puerto Ricans were DJing and doing other things, and I'm going to break down what they were doing other things in 1970. So for you to say that Puerto Ricans had nothing to do with the birth of hip hop is so stupid, because young black men were rapping, right? They were rapping, they was performing. You know who the one who was scratching the records? Puerto Ricans. You also know that what else is a part of hip hop? Graffiti. You know who was doing that? Puerto Ricans. More than blacks. You know who was breakdancing? Because that's a part of hip hop. Puerto Ricans. This all started in the South Bronx. That's where the main component of hip hop started was the South Bronx. We're gonna go back before that. I don't care about all that. But for you to say that Puerto Rican culture didn't influence hip hop is so stupid. That's dumb as shit, bro. When Puerto Ricans, and you're trying to say, this is what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that Puerto Ricans was there, but they had nothing to do with the influence of it. Because everything that the young black men did that was around them, they were the ones that was doing everything. And Puerto Ricans just stood there. They stood idly by. That's basically what you're saying. Individually. Well, we could say the same thing individually about black artists. It was a big melting pot. They didn't know what they had. They all was influenced and a part of it. You can't say that it was just black people who made it when Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans was present when it happened. That's just that, bro. And half of these DJs were Puerto Rican. And most of them, they participated and they did the same things that black people did. That's what I'm trying to say. So hip hop didn't start until 1979. If these DJs was around since 1970 and doing stuff, they helped birth hip hop, nigga. How can you say they didn't help birth hip hop when they were around before the term hip hop was even invented? That's what I don't understand. These people that I'm showing, they've been around longer than you. It's so crazy how people like Lord Jamar, and I know exactly why you are coming at Karis One. Because he likes Eminem. That's just that. And you're trying to pretend as if Puerto Ricans are going to say, well, individually, Puerto Ricans, they might have had some, but the influence in the culture, come on, bro. How many niggas you think was trying to speak Spanish that was in hip hop back then or rapping back then? There was, bro, for you to say that Puerto Ricans didn't influence hip hop that's so crazy to me. That's so crazy. They did a lot of things because it's not just about being the master of the ceremony. It's even you will admit that there's other elements that make hip hop what hip hop is. And if they contributed to one side of the element more than the other, then they helped create it. That's how it goes. We all know Puerto Ricans was killing it with the graffiti. That's a part of hip hop, bro. You can't downplay that. That's a significant role in hip hop. Not just that's like beats. Rhymes, beats, and graffiti. That's the role that they played. The art. So for you to sit here and say that this is why I don't fuck with Lord Jamal. Because he always say some off the wall shit. For you to say that they didn't influence it, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It was all created by all of them. From the islands, to the Cubans, to the Jamaicans, to the Black Americans. We created the sound. Everybody, from Spanish, from Puerto Rican, all that. It all was created by everybody back then, bro. It wasn't just black niggas, bro. Because if that was the case, then black people would have did everything. Maybe you didn't get a lot of Puerto Ricans on a microphone, but you got a lot of Puerto Ricans doing other stuff that has something to do with hip hop, that created that pushed the culture forward. Come on, bro. You losing me with this one. That was crazy. But either way, man. You know what it is, man. This guy's crazy. All right, man. See y'all. Peace. Bye.